I can't come here and say I'm a perfect person, I'm happy. I've still got things happening.
What was your support structure, you say? Your mates?
So I didn't really feel like I had much of a support structure, so hence why I turned to self-harm. That was kind of my crux. That's what I used to like cool down and calm myself. And I had this internal pain that I was focusing on. But if I could just get that into a physical pain, then I would find it easier to negate the mental effects. But obviously, that's not healthy. That's not the right way to go about things, which I came to learn in later years when I got like really close with my brother and I started talking to him about deep shit, if you will. And that's certainly hanging out with him and just having fun with him, going to the beach, getting dinner, watching movies, whatever, like playing games. It'd just be something to do to bond with him.
So your brother became support structure for you?
Yeah, very much
awesome,
so. And I'm really proud of the connection that I have with him. I have friends that have their brothers that I just look at their relationship and it's just completely contrasting me and Hamish.
Dude, for sure.
Yeah.
I know from my sister, I didn't start getting close with her until a couple of years ago, and
yeah,
it's funny with siblings. Hey, it's just
it's something. It's
a love and hate. It's a love hate.
Yeah,
and it's just
it always starts off as love hate, and my early childhood it was mostly just hate. We just beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah,
We'd just always be punching each other, wrestling, and I'd always get too angry, and then I'd actually hit him, and then he'd actually hit me. and through the years, it gets from hate to just love, which I really like.
Facts.
And like even now, like we'll have disagreements and stuff, but I wouldn't ever say that there's any hate there. I'd say it's just annoyance. It's just like we get annoyed.
Annoyance, that's the perfect word to use.
And that's okay. But yeah, and he was a great support structure. And I felt like we definitely leaned on each other as well, because we had like similar things that we were going through. And then through later years in high school, pushing on to 11 and 12, I'd still be self-harming. Even last year, I was self-harming still. But we got through that. It's okay. And I can't come here and say that I won't do it again, but I will never stop trying to better myself. So I feel like that's a really important thing. I can't come here and say, I've gotten over everything, I'm a perfect person, I'm happy, I've got all these great things going on. I've still got things happening.
Well, that leads to my second question. Where are you at currently?
Where am I?
And I think you've kind of rolled through to that process anyway, to now. So yeah, tell us about now. What is...
About now?
Well, as you have now, where are you at?
I was stuck in my old job for close to 6 years, maybe 5 and a bit. And so, yeah, it was a big change getting the job at John Flynn, stepping out of my comfort zone, which I guess I'm relating back to how I am now. I'm more open to change now, which I'm very happy with. I feel as though I was very closed off. I didn't want any change. I was comfortable as I was, because I got that job in year 9. That was all through school.
We're going to jump back into it. The camera did die. We did have a quick discussion in between camera on being inappropriately touched and whatnot. I have a fat ass that everybody loves to fondle, and as much as I can say it's a joke, there are times when it is uncomfortable, and and it's kind of such a shame that a man can't say that he's uncomfortable, because we're all human, and why is it that we can't be uncomfortable? There's that, it's just a joke, chill out, you're a man, and that just shouldn't be there. Not at all. It is unfortunate that we are told that sometimes.
I don't like to do this often, but okay. When you flip the script, you have a friend who is female, and she's doing these things that you're not comfortable with, i.e. pinning you against the wall and getting very close and touching you inappropriately, as a joke and as just a mate doing that. If you flip the scripts, and you say a man pins a girl to a wall, sniffing her neck, making her uncomfortable, we're kind of led to believe, like, if that happens to us, you know, it's like, oh, you know, oh, she
God,
likes
we're meant to
you.
be into it.
Yeah.
We're meant to be feeling it.
And it's like, no matter how uncomfortable that may make you, it's always just, you're led to believe, like, oh, it's not even that serious. It's just fun. It's just, she's having fun. She's playing around. And it's like, okay, well, that's not okay. That's not all right. I'm not okay with that. When these things were happening to me, and I feel Zach's touched on this earlier when we were
off camera.
You know, it's like they can say it's a joke, and you start believing that, oh, it's just a joke. You tell yourself that it's okay, and you tell yourself it's not that serious, but you know, deep down, it's making you uncomfortable, and if it makes you uncomfortable, it's not okay, and that is something that should be voiced. But I feel like with a lot of young men our age, and even men in general,
you don't want to be a bitch.
You don't. Yeah, it's that bitch mentality, which is really sad that we've grown so accustomed to, and you know, it's something I struggle with even now. You know, even talking about mental health and sexual assault that's happened to me, it's difficult because it's almost as a part of me still doesn't want to, you know, accept the fact that these things have happened to me. I struggle with things, that I am vulnerable, because I'll always want to just say that I'm okay, because I don't know, I view it as a bit of a weakness in myself, and I don't want to be weak. It's learning to accept that it's not weakness, it's humanity, you know, and I think that's something that really a lot of guys do forget that they can even think, let alone say out loud. That's
let alone
really
feel.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we forget that we feel things.
Yeah. We're always just having fun, you know, going out, getting on it, like,
yeah.
or even like, oh, just go down to the beach, get barreled, you know, or at least that's how I feel.
And as well, like, it's considered sooking, you know? Like, if I was to be there and go, you know what, I'm not okay, I'm not having a good day, it's like, just, what? Don't be sad, be happy. Even at where I work currently, you can't have a bad day, you know? It's always, how are you, mate? Yeah, good. It's bullshit, you know? And it is bullshit. And, you know, maybe someone's going to disagree with me. Maybe someone's going to have a different opinion. But this podcast isn't about, you know, making you think what I think, making you believe what I believe. It's about sharing this belief, and you can take it if you want. You don't have to. But by no means does anyone have to, you know, comment or do anything like, oh, you're cracking on about shit. Like, that's not true. Yeah. Leave it. And there's so much love for you guys who are here listening to this. But I know there are going to be people who disagree with me. And now, whoever is watching this, you know, feel free to message me, even, please, if you've got anything going on.
I don't know where this has come from, but it's kind of sparked my memory a little bit, with a pretty good quote. You know, I'm not sure if she's come up with this herself, but I was at work the other day. So I was just doing my thing. I was standing there on the computer looking a little bit confused, and a patient just walks by, like this little old grandma. She waddles by with her little stick going around. She looks up at me and she says, out of the blue, just, if you've figured out the problem, you already have the answer. And I kind of sat on that for a little bit. It took me back for a second, and I was a little bit confused. But, you know, I've thought about it ever since then, and it really does kind of resonate with me. You know, as long as you can identify what the problem is, that's all you need to do, really. You're not going to have the answers. You don't need to have the answers, but you just need to know the problem. And you're in no rush to get there, but eventually you will need to figure out what is wrong, and you can only go up from there. It was pretty profound. It was weird. It was strange. It just stuck in my head. And
it's beautiful.
The way that she came up, she just walked up, said it, and walked off. And I went, wow, what a lady. What a woman. You know?
What a wonderful woman.
Oh.
Third question.
Third question.
Where are you headed